morning, everyone. How are you today? I thought I would do a video today. I've been talking to Zanvast, and he said, Sonia, you need to put out a video to let people know what's going on in our reality for as far as the vibration goes. This split, this energetic split that's happening, and where we stand today. So I said, yeah. He goes, you need to go and let people know because everyone's standing in a land of confusion. And they don't know what to do anymore. Their ground isn't very solid underneath of them, and they're really being shaken all over the place in their psyche. So when I was remote viewing, I can see when I step back, so I'm stepping way back to look overall what's happening. And our energetic split is actually going, of course, to the higher vibration. Every day, more and more beings, even the matrix beings, are waking up. There are some that are very hardcore driven. They are a program. And that program, even when we have that energetic split, they will be left in the wayside. And most likely won't be going in that energetic split. And these are the matrix beings. I know it's really hard to grasp your head around that some of the beings around you are just that, matrix beings. And they are a script program. And it's like they'll go so far, and then the next day they're back to ground zero again. It's like they jump a track and go right back to the beginning. This is when you know you're dealing with a matrix being program, an NPC. In the end, we are in a simulation. So yeah, not everyone, and it doesn't even matter if they're evil or they're good or whatever, they're still a program. They're not all going to make this. They're not written to make this. These programs were written to help us evolve, except that we've been infiltrated and, of course, they've been corrupted, which is hard to believe because this was Shangri-La, Utopia, everything that's wonderful. And, of course, it was infiltrated. So in this new Aquarian age, when it fully starts to hit, because right now we're still the two rivers merging, the two timelines merging. I had somebody ask me, I think it was another Lola, what's going on? Why do we see positive and negative all going at the same time? And it's like, well, because these timelines are so close to each other, we can literally jump side to side. Which one you're going to be on? In a day, in an hour, in a minute, we can jump in between, literally in a moment. But as time goes by, they're going to start to diverge like this. The jumping won't be so easy, and at one point, it'll be non-existent because it'll get to a point where there's no jumping anymore. We haven't gotten there yet. So right now, this is the time we're trying to gather up all the energy beings and the matrix beings that can raise their vibration. Because remember, the matrix beings are sentient. They just don't have an energy being. Even though some of them are written on a very simplistic program. And I know that sounds cruel, but that's a reality. Some of them are written on a very simplistic program. There's nothing deep about them because they're not written that way. I know that seems really hard to wrap your head around because you're like, no, that can't be. Wake up to the new reality that's always been here and you've been blinded. This is the lifting of the veil. I was watching Campbell this morning. I got up and watched Campbell on autodidactic this morning, and he had this real beautiful white shirt with roses on it. I think it's beautiful, and he looks great in it. So it really brings out his aura. It's wonderful. He really resonates with that shirt. But anyway, I digress. He was talking about, some people are just, what are you going to do? Okay, so we are winning. We are going into the positive direction. When we have this energetic split, everyone that watches this, everyone that's somewhat informed, I mean, they don't even have to be 100% informed, just the ability to break out of the box, and the box being what you were told, to break out of that and start searching for answers on your own. You're already going in that high vibration. I mean, everyone's like, am I going to make it? You're asking the question, if you're going to make it, you're going to make it. It's the ones who don't question anything that aren't going to be going. I mean, no. And the ones that are incredibly dark, well, of course not. They simply won't be able to stay on the playing field of the Aquarian age. They just won't be able to be here. They won't be able to handle it. They won't be able to stay. They just physically can't stay. A lot of people have dropped off already. There are clones in place. Let me talk about this a little bit. We've had cloning technology long before hundreds and hundreds of years. Let's just go back to millennia. We've had cloning technology. Just because in our little scenario, we were only given this amount because we had that terrible disaster and we had to start off on ground zero, doesn't mean that technology was ever lost. Of course not. I mean, I was talking to Laura the other day on her little channel, just like my little channel, and I gave an explanation. She was talking about the reset and the people with the babies. And then I wrote her and told her that the babies weren't born with mothers. They were created. They were created babies. They didn't have a mother. They were created, because that's what I was seeing. And I really like Laura. I really like her a lot. So please go check out her channel. Laura, Lorra. She's fascinating and enthusiastic. I think I really, really like her. So, yes, cloning technology has been around for a very long time. Just because you didn't know about it didn't mean it didn't exist. A lot of things that you don't know about doesn't mean they don't exist. You just don't know about it because you're not in the know. You don't need to know. At least that's their philosophy. But of course, that's not our philosophy. We need to know everything. We want to move ahead. We need to forge ahead. We need to know everything. So, I will say that, yes, we're heading in the positive direction. Everyone who's on board has already been on board. It doesn't take a lot to go into the positive direction. It just takes you being on a little bit higher vibration. Not all of us are on that extremely high vibration, but you're high enough, you're going to go. The ones that aren't they know who they are. They're very, very low negative beings, and they would never, ever begin to want to listen to any high vibrational channel. It would grate on them like nails on a chalkboard. They couldn't handle it. It would be repulsive to them. And that goes for anyone who's out there. It doesn't matter if we have some beings that are being born into this reality that are dark entities. They're infiltrating and have infiltrated human bodies, unfortunately. So when you always heard about these people, well, they're just born bad. Well, literally. I've always wanted to believe that everyone was born good, but overlooking at things throughout my life, and I'm going to be 55, no. You are who you are. You didn't just become who you are because you were put into this body, and there you are. You're an eternal being. And you are who you are. You've had many experiences. Every new experiences continues to shape who you are, with new obstacles and new rewards being that you yourself are becoming the better being. So, all right then, I didn't want to make a real long video today, and I guess that's all I'll talk about. And everybody have a great day. Bye.